24/7. Hello and welcome to Gadget Guru. For those of you who've been wondering just where I've been climbing mountains, going across rivers, scanning the deserts, trying to find some of the perfect phones that are out there in the market today. And I'm happy to tell you that today on Gadget Guru, we're going to be showing you perhaps two of the best phones, certainly two of the best smartphones in the world today. The BlackBerry Pearl and the Palm Trio 750, a new generation. Both of those on this program coming up to you in just a couple of minutes. But before we go any further, the Gadget and Gizmo related news of the week. Pearl, perhaps one of the most exciting phones that we've seen in quite some time, and we have with us some of the gentlemen who are going to be bringing this right here into India. We have Sanjay Sharma from BlackBerry and also Sunil Tandon, who's from Airtel, and really the people who've been doing BlackBerry in India till now. First of all, as a handset, I have to say your earlier handsets were clunky, horrible looking devices, even though I might use that phrase. This is the exact opposite. That trackball is a marvel to use. I mean, as a phone, it's gorgeous. Except for the keyboard. You know, if you're actually trying to type out long messages, it's not quite as easy as it is on another handset where you have all the keys laid out nicely.
That's a fact, and we have what you call is intuitive typing or sure type, and this is the third generation, and many users do like
typing can be a pain if you're typing Indian names because it doesn't...
Not really. This learns as you type. So the first time you type a name that's not recognized, it will be difficult. So there is a learning curve.
Yes,
and I
think that's the word is a very high learning curve is what we all realized in this, that there is a learning curve involved, and by the time you get all the names right, it will be maybe about 3 months.
There are a few things. First of all, if your names are in your address book, you don't need to remember those names because the system will pick it up automatically.
Okay.
Secondly, if you get emails with names in them, locations, let's say Ahmedabad appears in an email, it automatically gets added to your word list. So next time you type Ahmedabad, it's picked it up from your word list. On top of that, there are improvements like we've got a financial dictionary in medical terms and legal terms, which is not automatically on your phone, but you can download it. And for people who are in the medical profession, for example, they can download that word list.
Okay.
So it makes it easier for type. Yes, but a sure type will not be compared to a full QWERTY keyboard. We understand that, but you're getting the benefit of a slimmer device.
The big thing was always the camera and the multimedia, and for months you've been saying that good camera, but not the most amazing camera of all times. I mean, you've caught up, but you haven't beaten most of the other companies. And the second thing, no video.
The video technology, according to what I know, is it would be coming down the line, and there is research on that front. So, and the good thing is we give software for free. So, video is just a software upgrade, right? So, and regarding the camera, we think it competes with what's out there in the market. So
you are getting other devices which will push email into your handhelds. So that classic BlackBerry advantage that I'm getting email in my handheld wherever I'm going doesn't really apply anymore.
Yes and no, Vikram, and maybe Sanjay wants to add there because it's probably more of RIM than it is Airtel. But you know, our perspective is that if you look around the world, you know, RIM still has 6.5 million customers in true push mail, which is about 10 million plus worldwide. So it is a significant market share. Yes, there are other guys who are coming in, you know, some of them you hinted about. But I think there's a long way to go. From our perspective, the way we've seen it roll out in this country, in our country, is that it's an end-to-end solution. The kind of encryption, for example, which is there on BlackBerry is extremely secure, which is why we believe it's used by many government agencies across the world, including some in India as well. Also, the kind of compression and decompression which is there on BlackBerry is quite extraordinary.
What would be your existing surviving USPs? You can say it's better, but it's not cutting edge better anymore, is it?
I totally disagree. It is.
I thought you would.
First of all, we guarantee delivery of email. So even if the handset's not available, the handset's down, the system or the architecture will ensure that that email gets delivered to the handset. So you're not worried about something that doesn't come through. Like, let's talk about SMS for an example. SMS is push. You don't have to download SMS. But how many times do we have SMSs that don't really reach the user? because of the
Very often
architecture
if it's an
difference.
SMS that you didn't want to receive, it's an invitation which you didn't
saying
know.
no email
I never
falls
got
through the
that.
cracks, huh?
Yes, email does not fall through the cracks because of the architecture that we have invested in.
Okay. Just before we wrap up, Airtel has of course been pushing the BlackBerry very aggressively here for a while. Now they're tying up with other players as well, which is a bit of a blow to Airtel. BlackBerry, your way of staying in contention, I guess.
I think our position is very simple. We have a long, very fruitful relationship with BlackBerry. It's very important for us. It's very
Started
beneficial.
becoming a little promiscuous in the recent times.
I don't think so, but
You're going with other partners.
I'm not going
It's a marriage where you're flirting with other partners, aren't you?
I'm not going to comment on that.
But still, I think to be fair to them, I think still there are things which Airtel is bringing to our customers first before anybody else. Our endeavor is to continue to do that in partnership with BlackBerry and others as we go along.
So overall perception is that you guys had a first mover advantage, but you were not aggressive enough. You didn't get the word out. Perception, I'm using the word. Most people seem to think setting up a BlackBerry is rocket science. And the second, as we all talk about, how do you actually get it on in an enterprise? Have you been aggressive enough?
Being the leader in the market, bringing it the first in the market, we have clearly played the role of an evangelist in this market.
Okay.
We have gone out there, as happens with any new technology, with any new concept.
Okay.
We've gone out there, we've tried to educate the market. Yes, you could say that we could have done better. Sure, take it as a feedback. But there is a significant effort which has gone out there.
Okay.
Of course, there is area of improvement always, and we welcome that feedback. But from our perspective, if you look at our internal benchmarks and what we set out ourselves for, it's clearly exceeded our expectations. So it's been good for us. It's been successful.
What targets you mean?
So it's going to be exclusive with Airtel for a while, or is it? Or
Right now, the launch has only been announced with Airtel. And
right now, with the emphasis on the word right now. All right, gentlemen. Congratulations on what I think is an absolutely great device. Rajiv and I have been
Completely
hunting
agree.
for great phones for a long while. This is right up there in the reckoning, although now, Rajiv, I have it in my hand and you haven't even seen it in your
You
life
just showed it
till
to me
now,
5 minutes back. I have no idea why you've kept it hidden till now.
The Palm Trio 750V. Give it back to me and we're going to talk about it after.
Is that the reason why you haven't been on the show for about 4
That's
weeks?
exactly the reason why I haven't been on the show for the last few weeks, but we're going to discuss this when we come back after this break.